What keeps me strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
The news you need, the news you can trust, the news you depend on. News Radio 1440. More at newsradio1440. WLWIAM is News Radio 1440. Also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The mighty winds of Hurricane Helene have died down, and the system has moved on after slamming into Florida's Big Bend last night as a catastrophic Category 4 with storm surge up to 20 feet. It's now a tropical storm dumping torrential rain on Georgia. CBS's Dave Malkoff is knee-deep in the flooded-out streets of Atlanta.
We've got an entire apartment complex here that is underwater. A lot of people live in here. We had people who had to be rescued from their homes, not just in the rescue boats, but also with neighbors coming down, knocking on their doors and saying, "You got to get out of here."
At least 2 people have been killed in Georgia, at least 1 in Florida. This man's home in Martin County, Florida, was crushed by falling trees.
It was horrifying. Like, I was sleeping in the living room, and I was just laying down sleeping. Next thing I know, I get hit in the head by a piece of drywall.
North and South Carolina are getting historic amounts of rainfall right now. Mountainous areas like Asheville under flash flood emergencies. Millions of people in the Southeast have no power. Border security will be the focus when Vice President Harris visits Arizona today. Former President Donald Trump
supposedly wants to fix the border. We would merely ask, why didn't she do it 4 years ago?
Correspondent Ed O'Keefe in Douglas, Arizona.
The Harris campaign is now leaning in, releasing this new ad set to air in Arizona and other battleground states.
We need a leader with a real plan to fix the border.
She plans to go after Trump today for his part in blocking a bipartisan border security and immigration bill earlier this year.
Mr. Trump will meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky in New York. Freeways and tunnels at the Port of Los Angeles in San Pedro still closed with a toxic fire still burning nearby. It broke out when a tractor-trailer carrying massive lithium-ion batteries overturned and burst into flames, closing a 7-mile stretch of Route 47 from Vincent Thomas Bridge to Long Beach. The port is one of the busiest in the Western Hemisphere. The FDA has approved a potential game changer for people with a serious disorder. CBS's Christopher
The drug
Cruz.
from Bristol-Myers Squibb, called Cobenfy, and also known as CAR-XT, treats schizophrenia, reducing symptoms of the mental disorder without common side effects. The FDA calls the drug the first new approach to schizophrenia treatment in decades.
Commonly prescribed antipsychotics can cause muscle tremors and weight gain. S&P futures down 1. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with the team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, and powerful anti-aging supplements. Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SAVE, or text SAVE to 511-511 and claim 40% off. SAVE to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Excuse me, apply.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated. And you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine.
Not fun.
Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. We find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
An electronic voting machine manufacturer and a conservative news outlet have reached a deal.
Newsmax confirmed the settlement, but did not reveal any details about the terms. The case stems from late 2020, when the voting machine manufacturer, Smartmatic, says program hosts made false and defamatory accusations about vote manipulation. The company also sued Fox News and settled with the One America News Network. Another election equipment manufacturer, Dominion, settled with Fox last year for $787 million. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
California will formally apologize for slavery and its lingering effects.
Good luck on that one.
Gavin Newsom has signed legislation that accepts responsibility for the role the state played. California did ban slavery in its 1849 Constitution, but no laws there made it a crime to keep someone enslaved or required they be freed after that. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go.
Yeah, but what you do?
I did ask for help.
What did you do? You know you did something. You know you did something. People don't just send their kids out in the street for no reason. You were probably a pain in the absolute butt.
They just really genuinely just want to help me succeed and not succeed.
Learn more. Go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Hey, y'all, listen. Capital tomorrow, we have that beautiful outline of everything. Had a good time. Talk about good times on the river. This Sunday afternoon. Early times in the high rollers out in New York. That's right. We've got a roller through town. We're going to have some great blues down here. Check it out, CaptainRoseCar.com, our Facebook page to see how to run a pontoon boat. RV park down here. You can stay for a while. Great venue we've got lined up for you. So get down here soon. Remember showtime 4 o'clock Sunday. High roller.
You don't hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2794. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ for the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. But before we get started with the festivities of the day, I must lend me your ear for an important message. September is National Recovery Month. The focus is on thousands of Alabamians that find the courage and the strength to reclaim their lives from mental illness and substance use. The Council on Substance Abuse is helping individuals, families, that's right, and the community to start the discussion of substance use disorders. So if you're experiencing mental illness or a substance use disorder, COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse, well, we have events scheduled all through the month, and they are free and open to the public. So if you or a member of your family need help, please call this number, 334-262-1629. That is 334-262-1629. Or go to COSANCADD.org for help on recovery and healing. Get help today. Again, COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse, that's 334-262-1629. Again, 334-262-1629. Or go to COSANCAD.org. That's NCADD.org. Okay? Or is it NCAAD.org? All right. COSA, 334-262-1629. 888-662-1629. And if for some reason you cannot remember all of that, just remember COSA, COSA. That'll get you to the website also. Okay, COSA. Call them. They're there and waiting and ready to help you.
In 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to blindstore.com.
Josh Johnson here. Leftover wind around Alabama as the day gets cranked up. We started off cloudy, increasing sunshine as Friday afternoon rolls on. Upper 70s to low 80s later on today. A few isolated showers or sprinkles are possible. No more heavy rain though. 64 the overnight low tonight, still breezy, comfortably cool. Mid-80s around for Saturday with a drop in humidity. Sunshine looks great, no rain chance
by
either.
Josh Moon.
Dry, sunny, and comfortable on Sunday.
There is now a full court
That's your
press in
first alert
Montgomery
forecast.
to do
I'm WSFA Chief
about the
Meteorologist Josh
resignation of
Johnson
school
on News
superintendent
Radio
Melvin Brown.
1440.
Thursday morning.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got a couple things going on 65 northbound. One's at the Clay Street exit just before you get to the bridge. It's off the right side shoulder, so please use caution. Traffic is moving through that area, but the authorities are on the scene. They got a tow truck that could cause some slowdown later. Also on 143 coming out of Millbrook, or just before you get to 65 southbound, we've got a vehicle in the ditch. So watch out for that as well. Otherwise, we're looking good. No other reasons for an alternate route or big slowdown. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. At McKinnon Nissan, you can lease a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $289 per month. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan exit 212 off I-65 in Clinton. Buckle up, it's the law from Montgomery Skywatch Traffic Issues. Make your delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. President Joe Biden approved an emergency declaration for Alabama authorizing federal disaster assistance in response to Hurricane Helene. Helene made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane in Florida and is now heading across Georgia. Several school systems in our area will be closed again today because of the storm. The Montgomery Public Schools drama continues. The Montgomery Chamber of Commerce, some commissioners and more, all calling for the state to take over MPS schools again. This comes after MPS Superintendent Dr. Melvin Brown announced he was resigning, citing tension with the board. The state of Alabama executed Alan Eugene Miller yesterday, making him the second person in the country to be put to death using nitrogen gas. He was sentenced to death for killing 3 of his co-workers in Shelby County back in 1999. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chondo, today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Do you want to know the secret to baby brain development? It's you. Your baby's brain develops rapidly in her first few years. 2 apples on top. So talk to her, read and sing as much as you can starting from birth. You don't need fancy toys. Play peekaboo, read a book, or just talk about your day. For more information on baby brain development, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me.
But doesn't make any difference who comes. If the environment
Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way.
Okay.
Sit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader,
All they had to
tutor, or
do,
mentor.
the
When a child
superintendent
succeeds,
overnight can
we all
change the
succeed.
atmosphere of public school if you had the balls to do it. Okay,
Advocate,
first of all, you come to
volunteer,
school
live
ready to go to
united.
work. You don't
Take the
come
pledge at
smelling like marijuana, and if you do, you send it back home to their parents. Yes, their parents might be smoking marijuana, but he need to hold the parents accountable.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
So you coming on the way? You gonna call me about this? I'm gonna wait.
Here's live this afternoon at
Yeah.
2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
And good morning, Montgomery. It's Friday morning. It's time to rise and shine. For it's one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread. It is September the 27th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Reckless and Careless. I think we all know something about that. Our scripture insight today comes from Proverbs 14, 7 through 16. But we'll get it started with Proverbs 14 and 16, which reads, "A fool is reckless and careless." We probably all had some of that in our lives. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is September the 27th, 2024. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that once it is gone, you won't ever see it again. It's a once in a lifetime deal. And once it's over, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things today that you should have done that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back to do the things that you should. You don't get a chance to undo the things that you do this day that you shouldn't have done. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, like I tell you every morning, if you've been around, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, and the charity of God, we may, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can't. After all, somewhere on all of our lives' journey, somebody has extended their hand to us, gave us a shoulder to cry on, gave us a heart that cared, gave us faith for tomorrow. We can do no less. Ben Jonathan May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you're never a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters will never win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens this day or yesterday, it is still a fantastic, a stupendous day to be alive. Don't you agree? Reckless and careless. That's our daily bread for this day, September the 27th, 2024. We'll be back. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our Daily Bread. I'm Wynn Collier, and I wrote today's piece titled Reckless and Careless. Lindisfarne, also known as Holy Island, is a tidal island in England connected to the mainland by a narrow road. Twice a day, the sea covers the causeway. Signs alert visitors to the dangers of crossing during high tide. Yet tourists regularly disregard the warnings and often end up sitting atop submerged cars or swimming to raised safety huts where they can be rescued. The tide is predictable, as sure as the rising sun, and warnings are everywhere. You can't possibly miss them. Yet, as one writer described, Lindisfarne is where the reckless try to outrace the tide. Proverbs tells us that it's foolish to be reckless and careless. A reckless person has little regard for wisdom or wise counsel and doesn't practice attentiveness or diligent care for others. Wisdom, however, slows us down to listen and ponder so that we're not carried away by rash emotions or half-baked ideas. Wisdom teaches us to ask good questions and consider the implications of our actions. While reckless people charge forward with little regard for relationships or consequences or often truth, prudent people give thought to their steps. While we'll sometimes need to act decisively or swiftly, we can resist recklessness. As we receive and practice God's wisdom, He'll give us the guidance we need when we need it. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Proverbs 14, verses 7 to 16. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception. Fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. Even in laughter, the heart may ache, and rejoicing may end in grief. The faithless will be fully repaid for their ways, and the good rewarded for theirs. The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. The wise fear the Lord and shun evil, but a fool is hot-headed and yet feels secure. Let's pray. Dear God, we live in a reckless world. Please help us to be wise and live well. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Today's encouragement was provided by our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, no PT today. None whatsoever. We just gonna go on. I'm so ticked off this morning. I don't know what to do. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. We say good morning to our local heroes, Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, especially that fire department. I mean, we like the police too, but yeah, they don't ever return my calls. Anyway, so good morning to all those guys and Montgomery Sanitation Department and the young men out there who own the what's that maintenance department. To everybody, good morning to the mayor. I haven't seen him in a long time. Is he still the mayor? I wouldn't know. Let me see what else. Good morning to Doug Singleton, who I got a beef with this morning also, but that's okay. You know, we still friends. But I'm gonna wear him out this morning. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm on him. I'm on him like a dog on a bone. And also, as usual, we say good morning to all the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force personnel who, as we sleep each night, They sat on the fence. They say, not on my watch. I'm going to do my best to make sure you sleep in peace tonight. Outstanding. Everybody at some point has to put maintenance on America. Did my part. Now it's time for y'all to do yours. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Oh, and the vice president's going down to the border. Listen, if Americans are that stupid, they need the government we get. Okay, so 4 years now, 4 years she's done nothing about the border. She's in office, and now she talked about Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't been in office for 4 years. I just tell you, if America put her in, we put a fork in us. We done. But where can I go though? Where can I go? Where can I go? Okay, I go to Canada. Now I can't go to Canada. That guy named Trudeau is up there. He reminds me of her. Now, you got to remember now, she is complaining about she's going to the board. She's not trying to get to the job. She's been there for 4 years. Okay, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. All righty then. Good morning, and good morning again. How's everybody doing this morning? Okay, now you know it's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. I have to play my little speech here. I'm going to do it one more time, so y'all want to hold on to the phones, you can. And yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I gotta. You know, there is a phenomenon in Montgomery, Alabama, when it comes to school. But I'll tell you about it in a little bit here. But that's a phenomenon that goes in the school here. But we get to that. I'm gonna call Doug Singleton out, Anna Buckaloo out, and all them folks out this morning who whining like a little. I promise not to say those kind of words in the morning because kids are in the school with their parents. So I will not say it. But you know what I'm talking about. But we're gonna get to that. See, am I the only person in Montgomery in the public arena that can actually tell the truth about these situations? Everybody wants to be what's that word? Correct, politically correct. Well, today we're gonna have a come to Jesus meeting, okay, about our schools, okay, and about the division in those schools, okay. But I'm gonna tell you about that a little bit here. But other than that, though, the one thing I do believe, and one of the reasons we have such a problem in our schools, one of the reasons is the lack of fathers involved with their children's lives. That's probably the 50% of most of the problems we have in public school is a lack of fathers. Okay, and this right here is a little 4 minutes and 52-second little speech here, and it's from that movie Courageous, and it's about fathers being accountable for raising up their kids, especially their boys. Okay, I'm just telling you, we got some issues here. We got some. So we'll be back right after this and a break, and then we'll get to the school thing once I get done. I will. Good morning to you. That is just so. That is just so encouraging. If everybody had that attitude, we wouldn't have to talk about our schools all the time. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It is 7:33 in the morning on this Friday morning. I got to do couple things. I can listen to that 4 times a day. I need to be reminded 4 times a day. As a matter of fact, yesterday I'm in the store, right? I'm in there trying to find something to eat, and I'm in the store, and I run across a little man named Malachi. He was with his parents, and when I spoke to him, he goes to Forest Avenue School, and I'm wondering what is going on over there that everybody I meet that goes to that school seems to me to be exceptional kids. Okay, I mean, what's so different about that school? Okay, I mean, every kid, and this kid talked to me like I mean, he wasn't too old. He was in the first grade or something like that, but he spoke as though he was in the ninth grade. I said, "What school you go to?" I was just so impressed by. So what's the difference in Forest Park and some of these others? And that's a public school. Besides, is that a magnet school? Okay, which is another thing we need to talk about too on the school system. I don't care if Melvin Brown leave and never come back. Okay, all of the and it's not just him. It is the system of Montgomery. Okay, why is it? Why is it that high expectations are only for those private schools that we call magnet schools in Montgomery? Those are public schools. They're public / private schools that expect excellence out of their folks. And if you don't maintain that excellence, they send you back to our schools, to the regular schools. So listen. And here's another thing. With all these whiners complaining about Melvin Brown, how many of you have your kids in public school? Okay? The superintendent of Montgomery Public Schools, any one of them, can make a difference by just making a couple of edicts. Like, you know what? You have a dress code. You have a dress code. You don't enforce it. You don't. You let people walk around. We let people walk around with their shirts all out of their pants, looking like bums, still walk around with their pants all down. How in the hell do you expect to ever get order in anybody's school? They come to school smelling like marijuana, they vaping, and you tell them, well, we can't make them. They come to school smelling that way. Then you send them home until they can come to school at least not smelling like marijuana. And if they can't do it, then call DHR on their parents. Okay? So don't give me that crap. Yeah, he's not done any more than anybody else has done. As a matter of fact, I'd say he's done about the same thing they've done. Absolutely not much at all. To change the environment in our schools. And a buckaloo. Do you got kids in public school now? Do any of these whiners in the newspaper? Where's Doug Singleton now? Doug, you got any kids in public school? I catch hell every day from my kid about that school. Now, and I will tell you though, the school is better now than it's been since he's been going there for 4 years. Because Abraham, what's his last name? Anyway, his name is. Anyway, he's trying to get a hold of it. He's had to undo years of malcontents and people not really caring about the school, but getting a check. And I don't blame them. Because by the time they try to get all the numbnuts out of the school, they turn around and put them back in the school. What we need is a reform school. Okay? So any of those folks out there, except for the private schools called magnet schools in our public school system, any of you whiners out there have your kids in public school? And not the magnet school, no, but the the traditional school. I would say probably not. Up yours. I put up with this crap every day from my son about how bad it is. Okay, how bad it is. Okay, not necessarily the worst, but he said the kids have no order. Okay, there's no order. And he said one day he came home because he couldn't even hardly talk because so many people put that marijuana scent on him. He was kind of allergic to it. Okay, but we let him stay there. And you know what the teachers tell me? Well, we can't help how they smell. Yes, you can. Everybody I know, even kids know what marijuana smells like. If you send your children to school smelling like marijuana, then you need to go to jail with them. Okay, marijuana is illegal in the state of Alabama. At least I don't even think we got recreational use for marijuana. And I don't care about marijuana. If you smoke it, if you want to smoke it in your room clothes, that's fine. But when your kids come to school smelling like it, there's a problem there. Either you don't care or you don't know. One or the other. I don't know. But anyway, so where the wine is at this morning about public school. And I just got one question to ask you. Do you have kids in Montgomery Public Schools outside the magnet schools? Okay. Well, the lines are open. 860-1440. 7:39 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? My pressure ain't up. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes. I'm talking about something else, brother. I'm talking about something else. I ain't talking about that. I don't even want to talk about that. This is more serious than that crap you come up with. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. No. No. Abraham Lee. He just been there this year. But somebody put him there. But listen, I feel you. But one doesn't make a system. How come I don't recognize him? Oh, okay. Well, listen. This is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then send the child home with his parents. Yes. Which is like a a private school. Right. I know, but I'm talking about now. I hear you. I'm talking about now though. And the environment has been going on, and that's I had two boys in Montgomery Public School, and both of them would complain about. So I hear you, but the system wide things I want taken care of. All it takes is somebody with a pair of gonads to make the policy change, and that is put your shirt in your pants, look like you somebody when you in that school. That's not something that takes a lot of energy. Make mhm. Not since I've been here. No, they have. No, they have. No, not since. My, right now, they, they have been. But again, and it's the environment, brother. Wait. No. My son gives me the blue. He says, and I told Ibrahim, I said, he complains about the noise in the room. You can't learn. It's the environment that's strictly the responsibility of the principals and the school superintendent. And I don't know why we go around this thing here. Yeah, just because you got two rocks that are straight and one that's crooked doesn't make the whole. I mean, doesn't make all of them good or bad. But the environment of our public schools. Yeah, that can happen rapidly. That can happen rapidly. You get rid of the bad apples. We got it now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How much effort does it take to say when you come to our school, you act respectful and you put your shirt in your pants? In the last year, it has. At least I don't have to see I don't see ambulances coming to the school every day. Yeah. Wait a minute. When you own the floor, when you own the floor, anything up is better than it was, but that doesn't mean that it is absolutely, that doesn't mean that it's where it ought to be. What? Yeah. Yeah. When is the last time, wait a minute. When is the last time you heard any school official use the word discipline? I haven't. I hear you. Okay. Absolutely. That's your kids, though. Right. And the schools should have basically the same authority, not necessarily send them to bed, the same authority. Okay, again, when is the last time you heard a teacher use the word discipline in public? You don't hear it. Now, words mean things. Words mean things. And you haven't. Listen, I gotta take a break. We'll be back.
FA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio.
I just want to say good morning. You were the only one here. I thought I was going to see you at 7 o'clock, but I didn't see you. 7 o'clock. See, I thought you'd come around going, where's everybody at? Well, I thought wasn't nobody here. It wasn't just me.
Oh, okay. Right on. But, you just got to talk to somebody to talk to me.
When you're in court, you need to hide your black widow spider on your neck.
Yeah, that's true. And tie your cummerbund up. Whatever that thing them guys wear in the back of their head.
He's got 2 sets of eyebrows.
That's a white guy.
You got a monobrow. He's Hispanic.
Oh, is he?
Okay. What is this? No, that's Juju Chang.
Okay.
Lakota icon. Okay, Nathan Chasing Horse. He's Indian.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist.
Yeah, having them tattoos don't help.
Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. A couple of things going on. East-South Boulevard at South Court Street. Got an accident there and a hit and run. The 4800 block of Atlanta Highway there near Village East Shopping Plaza. They got your tag, so you better go back. Otherwise, interstate system's moving smoothly. Watch for debris on the side streets. Outside of that, we are clear. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. At McKinnon Nissan, you can lease a 2024 Nissan Rogue for just $299 per month. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou. 800-859-3220. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-859-3220. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-859-3220. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-859-3220. 800-859-3220 or biglou.com.
Hey, Montgomery Prattville, the price of everything seems to be going up and up, and that makes affordability a real problem. Well, I don't accept that, and neither should you. That's why I'm turning September into Acceptember. Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. And if you hate your old ride, don't accept the status quo, because if you're tired of high prices and high payments, just say no. Only during Acceptember. Plus, you could save up to $3,000 on a nicer, newer car, based on the price of the car you pick. Here at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about acceptance and affordability. My solution specialists accept all kinds of situations with the banks and the credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. We'll help you find a vehicle you'll love for a monthly payment that fits your budget. So don't accept a car you hate. Only during September. Remember, it's your chance to save up to $3,000 on a car you love. But hurry, a deal this accepting won't last long. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these great rides at budgetsays.yes.com. That's budgetsays.yes.com. Call 334-244-9777.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Just call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 14.
And we are back. Good morning, 7:51. Now, we could continue this conversation for a couple more minutes here, but next hour, we'll talk some more, but not until after I do my interview, okay? I just got to do my interview. Now, good morning. Who's this? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. 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 They didn't recognize the rules. They didn't recognize the rules because they hadn't seen them. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right back to the room. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, here's what they keep telling me. Here's what they keep telling me. Well, you can't do certain things because of the No Child Left Behind, or they keep making an excuse of. And so I went to the law. I went to the law. I said, where in here does it say that a teacher has to put up with incorrigibility? She has to be disrespected. She's got you cannot enforce the own laws that you got on your own books over here of decorum. I said, where in the law does it say that? Yes. And all we doing is leaving kids behind. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a problem with that too. I got a problem with that too. When you get out here in the rest of the world with the Chinese, with the Japanese, with all the people in the world who make this world run, they're not going to make it to the lowest level. They're going to make it to the highest level. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. 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 Well, when you lower the grades for people to get into magnet schools because nobody really wants to stay in the traditional schools, then we got a problem. But like I said yesterday, I ran into a kid yesterday in the store. I'm just sitting around in the store, and I think he's in the first grade or something like that. I swore up and down the kid was ready to graduate the way he held a conversation with me. And he said that I said, "What school you go to?" He said, "I go to Forest Park." So my question is, what does Forest Park do in their room in their school to make these kids so exceptional? They're just like regular kids. There's expectation. Mm-hmm. That Valiant Cross, them two, yeah, Valiant. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Right, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. I think there's a secret memo someplace that says if you go to the traditional school, we just holding you for the Department of Corrections. Yeah, yeah. And let me tell you one more before I get out of the way. So I think there's a memo. I haven't got the memo because every school, kids will reach the heights that you expected them to reach. Okay. And some of these schools around here, excellent school, excellent. But they're the magnet schools and the Forest Park school. Are we saying we are our traditional schools just waiting to put them in prison? Seems that way to me. Good morning. You got to talk about what we talked about this hour, Earl. Okay, there we go. I'm glad you hung up. Good morning, on there. Good morning. You got me. But listen, again, nobody can answer me the question, why is it that there's some schools in Montgomery that are absolutely exceptional? You can look at their kids, you know that they're mannerable, they're respectful, and they all come to the same kind of parent. I don't understand. It's expectations. No, no. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Man, Hey, listen, call me back next time. My time's up this hour. Listen, we'll be back more about. We're going to continue to talk about this school thing. Some schools invest in their students, and some schools, well, they get
Day on News Radio. 1840.
Baseball news. Here's what's happening this Friday. President Joe Biden approved an emergency declaration for Alabama authorizing federal disaster assistance in response to Hurricane Helene. Helene made landfall over several school systems in our area will be closed again today because of the storm. Some of every public schools drama continues as we will take our commerce and traditional to North. Other colleges of states take over NPS schools to Florida. Dr. NPS Superintendent Dr. Melvin Burkman, who was retired, citing symptoms of the flu. The state of Alabama executed Alan Moore yesterday, making him the second person in the country to be put to death using 19 minutes. So it's two deaths, including 3 of the co-workers in Florida County back in 1999. I'm Jasmine Williams from Florida.
News Radio 1440 is WWAM and 85.1 HD3 FM as Montgomery, CBS Media Station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The sun's come up in the east. The damage from Hurricane Helene continues to focus. The system slammed into Florida's Gulf Coast as a massive Category 4, 140-mile-an-hour winds last night, and 20-foot storm surge before it weakened to a tropical storm as it moved on to Georgia. Correspondent Dave Malkoff is being flooded out
out of here in rescue base this morning. We were here after people on the west contingent were actually moving people. I see one person actually coming out of their apartment right here, so they're actually inside these apartments, not able to get out.
At least 2 people have been killed in Wheeler County, Georgia, and another in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis
driving on I-30 near Ybor City in Tampa was hit when a sign fell onto the highway.
Millions of people have no power in the southeast. Utilities say it could be several days before it's fully restored. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to address the UN General Assembly in New York in half an hour. Back home, Israel and Hezbollah are still exchanging fire across the Lebanese border. CBS's MTS Tayab reports from Beirut.
Lebanon's Ministry of Health says more than 700 people have been killed, including at least 50 children, over the past week of intense Israeli strikes. Over 100,000 have been reported as internally displaced.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams has just arrived at court where he's expected to be arraigned on federal corruption charges. CBS is making that
He is expected to enter a plea of not guilty. If convicted of the 5 charges against him, Adams could face up to 45 years in prison.
He gave reporters a thumbs up on his way in. Adams is accused of taking illegal campaign contributions and bribes from officials in Turkey in exchange for favors. A safety alert from the National Transportation Safety Board. It says it's found a defective part in some Boeing 737 MAX and NG jets. CBS's Christopher Williams.
Recommendations follow the NTSB's investigation of an incident in February involving a United Airlines plane at Newark Liberty Airport. The rudder pedals were stuck in neutral, forcing the pilot to use the nose landing gear controls to steer the plane.
A new sign, consumer prices may be easing some. The Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge was at 2.2% in August, lower than what many economists expected. Would help ease the way for more interest rate cuts. S&P futures up 12. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with the two health experts, you can know with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help reduce weight, prebiotics for digestion, and powerful anti-aging supplements. Go to OneHealthProvisions.com. Use code SAVE or text SAVE to 511-511 and gain 40%. Save to 511-511. Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you're about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When we're home, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated. When you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, or you get flooded with candidates who are just
not fun.
Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. We find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
A former president switches from Bible, sneakers, and crypto to timepieces.
Now, Donald Trump is selling diamond-encrusted watches. My new Trump watches are doing quite a number of watches, and the quality to me is very important. The GOP presidential candidate unveiled the official Trump watch collection. The Trump Victory Tourbillon. This isn't just any watch, it's one of the best watches made. The most expensive one costs $100,000. A lot of diamonds. I love gold. I love diamonds. We all do. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Just in from London. Two climate activists who threw cans of Heinz soup at Vincent van Gogh's sunflowers at the National Gallery 2 years ago have been convicted at trial on criminal charges and jailed. The frame around the masterpiece was damaged, the painting was not harmed, and eventually went back on display. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Ministry. You know, I want to know if you choose between something high quality or something that you especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is metal share. You get notice. Anything that says 5 people is known with metal share or huge, but it's also true that people end up very more satisfied. And when your satisfaction with metal share is double of the typical health insurance. That's because metal share works. That's been more than 30 years. The community of Christians have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They have a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, make it better. You can be happy with how you're taking care of your family. If you're self-employed, a part of the gig economy, or just right now, in 2 minutes, here's the just call 855 51 51.
This was not within the urgent message. We may be living in an economic bubble. We got an abysmal report. We can set up at the highest level for 2021. The stock market looks like again. The S&P banks are up 2.4% in a single day over the summer. Banks are nearly 3%. Recession fears. The Fed is talking about emergency rate cuts. This is a red flag, folks. You need to take steps to try to protect your own wealth. That's where gold comes in. Been a bedrock of wealth preservation for centuries. When it comes to gold, I only trust Advantage Gold. Now, exclusively buy my gold from them. Recommend them for anyone looking to do the same. Their experts can help you protect your savings from economic growth. Call them right now. 800-900-1000 for a free gold investment kit and see if you qualify for $1,000 in free silver. It's 800-900-8000. Call them now. Call them within seconds. Performance may vary. It will always be for financial transparency.
And good morning, everybody. Hey, coming up at 8:10, we are going to have a conversation with Annette Rowland. She is the communications director of the American Red Cross, of the Alabama and Mississippi region. And I kept seeing Forest Park was actually Forest Avenue Street. Thank you for the correction. Before we get to her, though, September's National Recovery Month. The focus is on thousands of Alabamians that find themselves and find the courage and the strength to reclaim their lives from mental illness and substance use. The Council of Substance Abuse is helping individuals, families, and the community to start the discussion on substance use disorders. Now, if you are experiencing mental illness or substance use disorder, COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse, have events scheduled throughout this month. They are free and open to the public. So if you or a family member need help, get on the phone right now. Here's the number, 334-262-1629, 334-262-1629. 1629, or go to COSA, NCADV.org for more help on recovery and healing. Okay? Get help today. Call 334-262-1629 or go to COSA, NCADV.org. Okay? Whatever happens to you affects all the people you love that are around you. If you have a problem with substance abuse, a mental illness, listen, please, again, call these folks up. 334-262-1629 or go to COSA, NCAAD.org. All right? Now, in a minute or so, nobody called me right now because I'm waiting for I am waiting for and right now, what's going on in Florida and maybe some parts of Alabama also. We're going to talk to Miss Roland. And also, we're going to give you the student of the week who won the thing. A lot of votes. I tell you, see, my this is outstanding. Okay, we got almost 10,000 votes for those kids. And thank you very much to the audience. And I know you guys are the ones that did it. You know how to get through this. Our audience always reaches out and does what we ask them to do. Okay? So I'm not going to take any phone calls at the moment. I'm waiting for my guest to call right now. So we'll see if we can get that phone call. This is right now. Okay, I believe I got her on the airwaves. I believe on the phone is Annette Rowland, the communications director of the American Red Cross. Good morning, Ms. Rowland. How are you doing? I'm fine. I don't have as much water here. They got other places, but I'm doing good. Yeah. So what's going on? Mm-hmm. Now, is different departments with the Red Cross? In other words, your literature tells me that you're responsible for Alabama and Mississippi, so you don't have anything to do with Florida at all. Hurricanes, as I look at them on the map, they don't really follow a logical progression. In other words, it can go up a little bit, turn left, and come back. I mean, it doesn't. You would think that if it's raining and if everybody's marching toward north, that it will continue to march north. But that's not the way hurricanes work. Hold on 1 second. I think let me see. I think we get it off there. Okay, sorry about that. I got the map. So we were talking about the path of the hurricanes and the projection can change at a moment's notice. Mhm, mhm. Hurricanes are not necessarily. I mean, every every year and every change of season, this happens. I mean, this is not a necessarily a natural phenomenon. I mean, this would happen when the earth changes its season, isn't it? Isn't that- Okay, okay. So, if you live in Alabama, if you want to assist those in Florida, there's no prohibition against that. I mean, if you live in Alabama, still get to the Red Cross. Hmm. So, what are some of the services that the Red Cross provides on a temporary basis or permanent basis that are available to you guys? Mhm. Okay, so not only is it wind and rain and fire. I mean, it's all of those things that you guys help with. Whether it's and I would imagine that winters in the winter we can have. I mean, a couple of years ago they had something down in Texas where the wind would and all of these what do you call those things that roll around in the sky, whatever those wind poles or with the thing on it in Texas. And guess what? The wind wasn't blowing long, so everybody was down there getting cold because it didn't they couldn't they had no electricity because the electricity was out by the windmill. And for some reason when the windmill's not rolling, they get no electricity. But anyway, so is there a national number where people can reach the Red Cross or what give me that website again. Okay. What is the biggest impediment before I let you go? What's the biggest impediment? You guys are providing for what's the toughest thing for you guys? Okay. Yeah. Right. Mhm. Mhm. Right, right. You know, the Red Cross and all the emergency services we get kind of reminds me of ambulances going down the road. Nobody pays much attention to the ambulance unless you know somebody that's in it. And we're glad that you guys are there to help us when we can't help ourselves, because that's basically when we see you guys. And we're glad that you guys are, you are a patron saint. If you was Catholic, we probably have a saint for you, but I don't know which one it is. Um, but anyway, thank you for the work that you guys do. And again, if you guys want to help the Red Cross, you can call 1-800-RED Cross, or you can go to redcross.org and give a little money. And listen, there's not $1 that will go wasted. There's not $1 that's insignificant, because they can use all the help they can get, especially. Don't wait until you need it before you help. Okay. Thank you there. So give us a call. Give us a call back if we can do anything. If we happen to get hit by something here in Alabama, I know you're going to come help us out. We appreciate it. I love that thing. We'll be back.
News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shade, and blue shade, exterior shades of wood.
Montgomery's County Watch traffic is brought to you by family owned, family driven. News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. News Radio 1440. You can also listen to your speaker. News Radio 1440. For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been the trusted financial partner. Now we're by introducing Guardian Insurance Services to help protect your home, or even business. You've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and need. Call 334-811-7500 for a quick quote today. Guardian Insurance Services. 365 now statewide in the future.
I'm pretty much secret. My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up with my even after the hospital diagnosis, she remains stronger than ever. My family support is strong. Together, we're marching about prosperity.
Actually, it doesn't take us to the thing. The simple steps you can take to prevent, improve, and manage conflict for the rising up in. This is stated that to the Christian we need to protect the people and the people around you.
And we are back now. It's time. It is time what do we say, announce the winner of this year's Montgomery Advertiser, this week, Montgomery Advertiser Student of the Week. Now, what I want them to do is at the end of the year, let's put all those people back in this thing and see who we can get a student of the year. And I'm trying to get some people to pony up some money to sponsor this here on the radio station, so we can actually present them with some sort of check or something. Yeah, okay, not a whole lot, but a little bit, a little something to help them. Maybe, I don't know, get some ice cream or something. I don't know. But we do something. Okay, I'm just saying we might need to think about doing that along the way. But I'll have to get with the guy from Montgomery Advertiser uh, before we decide to do that. Okay. But anyway, here is this week's student of the month. Okay, where's it? Okay, now the Montgomery Advertiser and its readers have voted. Okay, and so all four of this week's nominees have been honored by their school, which chose them to put their name in the arena. Nearly 80,000 readers have voted in Student of the Week polls so far this year, thanks to me. Okay, thanks to me. I just want you, they should give me the host of the year. As a matter of fact, today is National Morning Talk Show Host Day. I just want to let y'all know that. So if someone want to take me to lunch, whatever it takes, maybe that'd be all right too. Anyway, Student of the Week honors the hard work of high school students across the river region. Okay, who put in their studies, their schools, and their greater communities every day. And it aims to recognize as many awesome high schoolers as possible. Every public and private school in the outer Montgomery area are eligible to nominate one student a week who exemplifies success in academics and community involvement. And the folks were put for this week is Tori Parker of Otagoville School, Tristan Blackman of Prattville High School, and Marty Gata of Success Unlimited. And I should know by now, misspelled her name, Madigata. Looks like Maddie Gata. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm going to call it. Justin Jenkins of Percy Julian High School. Okay. Where's my music? Okay, where's my music? Okay, no, that's not. I gotta have the music. Okay, gotta have the music. Who was the winner of this prestigious award for this month? Hmm. Yeah, let's see. And the winner of a 923 poll for the Montgomery Advertiser's Student of the Week. Again, the names are Tory Parker, Christian Blackman of Prattville, Tory Parker of Poggerville, Maddie Gala of Success Unlimited, and Justin Jenkins of Percy Julian High School. And the winner is for this week. That's right. Yeah. What? Really? You want to know? Tory Parker of a Poggerville School. Now listen. Yeah, okay. Now let's see how many votes she got. I don't know if that's a man or a woman or not. I think it's a. I don't know if that's a. Oh, let me see. I don't want to get this wrong here. Tory Parker, Poggerville High School, 11th grade, who on track to be. Okay, it's a her. It's a she. Good. Miss Tory Parker is the winner of this week's Poggerville High School this week's Student of the Year. Now, how many votes did she get? I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly am impressed. She got 59.75% of all the votes. Christian got 38%, 38.93% of the votes, and Maddie got 1%, and Justin got 0.3%. But that's only because we didn't get the word out. We know that. Okay. But how many votes she got? 5,610 votes. Now most of that's because of me. I appreciate that. Okay, we need to start recognizing our kids doing more than playing football on Friday night. I'm just saying, we might want to do that. Okay. So anyway, again, our congratulations to Tory Parker of a Poggerville School for winning this year's Montgomery Advertiser Student of the Week. With 59.75, okay, let's just say 60% of the votes. It's her with 5,610 votes. The next runner-up is Christian Blackman of Prattville High School, who got 3,655 votes. You know, I'm proud of you guys out there. That's that's a lot of voting. Okay, so congratulations to Tory Parker and for first place, and Tristan Blackman of Prattville High School for second place. Okay, now here's a question I have for us. We're talking about our students. I've recently talked to most of the mayors around here, except for Mr. Kelly at Millbrook. I know most of the mayors. Most of the people surrounding our city, Mr. Willis, Mr. Stone, Mr. Gillespie. I know most of them, and I know Mr. Kelly too. Why is it that it seems a very difficult process to run our schools in Montgomery? What is it? We have less students than we used to have when I got here in '91. Why is it that it seems that our leadership ability or our leadership process is different than everybody else's surrounding us? We make more excuses for the behavior. We saddle these kids with diagnoses that will hurt them down the road. Well, they got ADHD, they got all these D's, all these ailments, and yet and still, the only time it seems to bother them, from what I can tell, is when they go to school. I mean, the only time it seems to get bothered. But why is Montgomery, and I think I know the answer to this, why is Montgomery seemingly have more problems in their school system than anybody else? Even in Selma, they do trade superintendents periodically. Guy gets a better job, gets a better offer. You know, matter of fact, I got to give now I'm gonna give our school system a little kudos here. Mr. Watts, who was the financial guy, has now been transferred to the state. Now he's got a bigger and more, hopefully got more money that goes along with it, because somebody noticed what he was doing. Again, though, I'm not I am not concerned with the administrative portion of public school. I'm not that's not my concern. I'll let Mackey and all those guys, that's their job. But my job as a parent, and like any other parent, is to make sure that the environment that your kids go into is conducive to learning. It's orderly, okay? It's disciplined, which is a word that Montgomery public school system won't use. I don't know why, but somebody told me it was racist. It's a racist word. I've been at a meeting one day. Some woman said, that's racist. I said, really? To be disciplined when there's nothing you can succeed in life unless you have it? I don't know, but that's the way they roll. But why is it that Montgomery public schools have such a difficult time running our school system? I know the answer. See, I know the answer why all the surrounding schools that surround us seem to do better, and it's got nothing to do with how many students are in each school system. Okay, not a thing. Whether if you're in the military, whether you are running a company, a battalion, a brigade, or a division, the same rules apply to each one of those categories. But is anybody? I'll take a strike. Why is it that our school system, okay, and again, Mr. Melvin resigned. Okay, he didn't get fired. I mean, he tendered his resignation. Now, the board don't have to take his resignation. Look what we did to Chancellor of Troy Highway. I mean, excuse me, of Troy College. They made him take his back. They didn't make him take it back, but he said, okay, I think he's 80 years old. But they want him, I mean, he's doing such a great job, they want him not to go no place. So although he tendered it, he untendered it, his resignation. So you don't have to resign just because you put it in. At least that's what I'm saying anyway. So why is it that Montgomery, and listen, I know the answer. I just want to see if anybody is going to say it publicly. I know why. Our schools seem to catch more hell. Its teachers catch more hell. Its administrators catch more hell than any other school board in the surrounding area. Why is it that they're all our school? As a matter of fact, our schools should be run so well that we probably should forget we got a public school system. Okay, but we can't. We can't forget about it. So anyway, anybody got the answer? 860-1440. You can text me. 901-5022. Why is it that our schools, Montgomery schools, and it's been this way since I have been here, and I've been here since 1991. So it's been this way. Always a controversy. Always things go on that shouldn't go on. So anybody know why? I'll tell you why in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. I imagine if the people raised enough sand about it or put forth the effort to get it done, they probably could. But that would be up to the legislator. Now, I hear you. So that's something we'd have to ask our representative. This is a great question. But do we? I know, but do we really want to send a lot of people to the polls who have absolutely no idea of what it takes to be a superintendent of schools and vote somebody in because they got a great personality? Would you want them to decide which doctor performs brain surgery on you and I don't know anything about medicine? No, it isn't. But it's the same thing. But the question is that you need an expert in the field. You need an expert brain surgeon to perform surgery. Mm-hmm. Well, that's true too, but also if you own Medicaid and Medicare, the taxpayer pay for your medical care. I don't want them to decide. I don't want them to decide who my doctor is. I wouldn't know. But again, right? They can be. They can be. But again, I just don't know. The school has got so complicated when it comes to the numbers and the testing. Well, that's true. It's not. No, yeah, it's not. Like who? Like who? Okay, so is the mayor, so is the president, so is the legislature. They don't do what I ask. They don't do what I ask them either. No, if somebody, I don't think I do not believe that. First of all, people on the board are supposed to be somewhat educated in the process of education. Yes. It's not been the superintendent that's been the actual problem. It has been the process by which we lead. Yes. No, they got crossways with the board. But they are still the experts. Well, again, it's been politics. You know that. I know that. It's been politics. And if we vote for, if we wait a minute, if we vote for this, that's politics. That's politics. And so why? Okay, but why are we? Okay, so why does Bubba and Leroy go to the poll and vote for a superintendent without knowing his pedigree? Why we don't know anything about education, the process of education. Okay, all right. Well, listen, that's just my thought. Yeah. I'm listen now. If they started the process of voting for the superintendent, I'd get out and vote. But I'm just saying I don't know if that's the best way. It's 91. Yeah. But that doesn't answer the question. But the main question. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The main question that you ought to be able to answer here: why is it that our school system, surrounded by multiple school systems, why is it ours seem to have the problems? And you think that's it? You think that's it? Okay. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Let me see. I tell you what. Let me go to this break right quick, and then I'll come back and give you the last word for the hour. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. We'll be back.
A first alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Josh Johnson here. Leftover wind around Alabama as the day gets cranked up. We started off cloudy, increasing sunshine as Friday afternoon rolls on. Upper 70s to low 80s later on today. A few isolated showers or sprinkles are possible. No more heavy rain though. 64 the overnight low tonight. Still breezy, comfortably cool. Mid 80s around for Saturday with a drop in humidity. Sunshine looks great. No rain chance either. Dry, sunny, and comfortable on Sunday as well.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. No major problems or accidents are being reported. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Great shopping is at Premier Place. Shop It's Fashion, GNC, Goodwill, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
If you or a loved one is suffering from mental health issues, call Integrated Behavioral Health. IBH's highly skilled team of trained psychiatrists and therapists can help you through the most difficult times of your life. IBH is now open at 1040 Longfield Court in Montgomery and accepting new patients. Don't let the stress of mental health issues drag you down. Call 855-422-1618. Integrated Behavioral Health. We can help. Call 855-422-1618.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2794. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Happy Alabama residents use a septic tank. Are you one of them? Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and be expensive to repair. So know the warning signs. Wet spots in your yard, slow draining toilets or drains, gurgling sounds in drains, and sewage odors. You can prevent your cistern from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. Keep a separate container for grease and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphate and spread laundry loads over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. You need a permit before installing a new system or before repairing an existing one. Your local health department has a copy of the septic tank system permit that indicates the location of your system and the size of the tank.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Did you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be currently vaccinated against rabies? This is State Public Health Veterinarian D. Jones. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus, it also reduces the risk to the owners who could unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Help us protect you, your family, and your pet by getting them vaccinated today.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio.
Okay, we got a couple minutes left. On the phone with us, I believe I got Mr. H right there, who's a former teacher forever, I think, in the city of Montgomery. Good morning.
Let me go ahead. I always give a quote before I come on, and the quote for today is, you can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you don't go. And with that, I like to say that I'm too old, I guess, too old to be trying to talk on the radio. I like to be coherent and efficient and all those things. I had a birthday the other day. I was old.
Well, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you? Okay. Well, Mr. Ed is 98, I believe, close to. Yeah. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
Only on weight.
Mm-hmm. 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 Of the school board? Dr. Doremus? I believe that's who that is. Mm-hmm. 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 But it also gives me, right, but it also gives me an insight, right? But it gives me an insight on what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about what I heard, I'm telling what I go through. That because I go through it. That's right. No. But I'm not blaming the teachers, Mr. H. Yeah, but I'm not blaming the teachers. I'm blaming a system that won't allow the teachers. Every teacher that's a teacher is there, I think, because they want to be there. But what they don't want to have to put up with is incorrigibility, disrespect. Rather than putting the kid out of school who needs to go home, giving him a disease connotation and tell him, well, now he's got ADHD. Okay, these kids are cussing. These kids are cussing teachers out, hitting them, grabbing their hair, and all kinds of things. And all the teacher has to hear, well, he's a special needs child. Mine too, and we still whooped them. Yeah, and we still give them a paddle when they needed it. How many? 5? I bet you only have to paddle them once though. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. I don't blame them. Yeah, I don't blame the teachers. Right, they do. Right, right. Yeah. Well, listen, it ain't exactly I was going out to do it, but that's what happens. But I'm glad I got him. I love my son. I just a dear heart. Just a yeah. So so, but believe me, yeah, that's what he said he wants to go. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay, okay. But again, he don't get a pass either. He don't. If he go over there acting stupid, he don't get a pass. I would knock him stone out. We don't do that. We respect people. We do what we're asked to do, and we're courteous and kind. We just don't. We just my son won't do those things. I've heard him. Right on. I know. I'm good. Okay, appreciate it. I got to take one more call before I get out of this hour. Good morning. Who's this? Not much. What's up? Mm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Everybody's got an opinion. Let me see here. Good morning. That's you. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. No, I ain't been there yet. Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, but I'll probably go around Christmas. Now I can't go around Christmas unless I take the Greyhound bus. I can't be driving. Yeah, and that snow. Yeah, I can't. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah, supposedly have mental development problems. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And care, and the world's not. Yeah, the world's not going to care if you're a little slow. You won't get hired. Right. Yeah. I appreciate it. Let me take one more, and then we're going to call it a morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. I know. That's okay. I mean, really, that's okay. I got to go to a break. Time's up. Well, let me see. What did I lose him? Oh, did I lose? Yes. What's that? Oh, well, what happened? Okay. What happened? All those folks probably on there. I got to go. We'll be back. And if you're in,
2012 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Kevin Williams of WSFA News. President Joe Biden approved an emergency declaration for disaster assistance in response to Hurricane Helene. We made an impact on the category 4 hurricane Florida is now beginning to seven forces from the area will be closed in today. Drama continues and everything the Congress and Commissioner of War are calling for the state to take over NPS schools for women. Comes after NPS Superintendent Dr. Melvin was resigned. The state of Alabama executed only one more yesterday with the state in the country. The people that using most more with two deaths in 3 of the children in Florida County and the 19 Williams.
News Radio 1440 is WLWIAM and 95.1 HD3 FM. CBS News Public.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. And the fourth jockey for a glimpse of New York City Mayor Eric Adams as he gave a thumbs up, entering a New York City courthouse this morning, where he's just surrendered ahead of a scheduled noon Eastern appearance for arraignment. Comes a day after he was indicted on federal charges of taking bribes and illegal campaign contributions from officials in Turkey in exchange for favors. Adams has vowed to stay on the job while he fights those charges. CBS's Nikki.
The only person who can remove Adams from office is New York Governor Kathy Hochul. For Democrats said Thursday she will be deliberative and thoughtful as she comes to a decision about what to do.
If he's convicted, the mayor faces more than 40 years in prison. Rescue and recovery is underway after a massive category 4 hurricane Helene threatened the state's Gulf Coast late last night. Governor Ron DeSantis.
All calls that any state officials responded to last night, we were able to find the person or people and pets and bring them to safety.
Helene weakened to a tropical storm this morning before it moved on to Georgia, where WSB Radio's Jonathan O'Brien was stranded in knee-deep floodwaters.
It's going slow. And I looked up, and the intent of the news caller was in water. And miraculously, I was able to reverse it, with the car steaming and everything like that. But that just illustrates how quickly something like this can happen.
At least 5 deaths are blamed on the storm, 2 in Georgia, 2 in Florida, and 1 in North Carolina. Millions of people in the Southeast have no power. A beloved British actress is Her publicist says Dame Maggie Smith has died. She played the wizard Dowager Countess of Grantham in Downton Abbey and Professor Regania in the Harry Potter movies.
These visits to Hogsmeade Village out of privilege.
In 1969, Smith won the Oscar, that is, for Best Actress for The Crime of Miss Jean Brody. She died in London at the age of 89. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has begun delivering his address to the UN General Assembly. Israel and Hezbollah continue to exchange fire across the Lebanese border.
Israel seeks peace. For peace.
176. This is CBS.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for care needs. Get the parts and services from the professional parts at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Attention taxpayers, millions of dollars in savings is up for grabs for those struggling with back taxes to the IRS. The Fresh Start and tax relief initiatives have paved the way for Americans with back taxes or unfiled returns to find the tax relief that they need. You're facing liens, levies, audits, wage garnishment. You're already in the payment plan. You might qualify to have a large portion of what you owe eliminated. Those who qualify and enroll can finally resolve the legal tax problems and end all collections. The tax relief hotline at Community Tax and established for you to call at 800-357-0912. When you call, you'll receive a free tax assessment to let you know your options and what savings you qualify for. With rising economic uncertainty will lead to tax
taxpayers have never had a better time. Call now and see what you qualify for by dialing 800-357-0912. 800-357-0912. That's 800-357-0912. Medical experts say it's a potential game changer for people with schizophrenia. The FDA has approved the first new class of treatment in decades. Cobenfy that stabilize symptoms like muscle tremors, drowsiness, and weight gain, and on-body antipsychotics. You're having over an old piece of wood.
Remarkably well preserved 2,775-year-old discovered about 50 University of Maryland. This wood features a lot of carbon dioxide. The burn a lot of wood in good forests slow its decomposition, not the way human-generated carbon dioxide, possibly for thousands of years. CBS News Washington.
Many consumer prices are easing. The full inflation leads at 2.2% in August after lower. CBS News.
Obviously not. Like it better. I'm being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed,
Something like that.
I don't know why you don't have it. It's supposed to be on every station.
Call right now and get a price in 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I've been hurt. We'll give him like 3 minutes to run on back. Oh, that's good.
TRA can eliminate both.
Hey guys, did you know there's what works just as much as 90% people? You can get it on here. Go to sept.com/board. You don't have to go. This is 100%.
And we are back. I am going to have a guest for a little while. Somebody from Advertising United. We're going to talk about 10, 15 minutes or so. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But right now, I got about 3 minutes for the get. 3 minutes, well, 2 minutes for the get here. So no sense trying to take the call or anything like that. But again, while I'm talking to the guest, I want somebody to tell me why it is that like many Alabama school systems, like just about every major urban school system, is fraught with problems. You see, I know why. I know why. But I want to know if we will be intellectually honest enough to tell us why. Why it is that most rural school systems seem to run pretty good. Oh, they ain't perfect. They don't got problems. But why is it that such a difficult time in Montgomery, Alabama, so I've been here since 91, with school system. Okay? And most urban schools in America are fraught with the same problem because the same philosophy, the same philosophical principles that are used there all across American urban groups are used here also. What are some of those for the traditional? Because see, if you want to get out, why is it that we've got one school system supposedly that has been separated into at least two, okay, three or four? The school system is a private school paid for by the government with high expectations, with a expectation of certain. Anyway, I think my guest is on the phone with us right now. This should be Miss Susan Johnson. Am I correct? I'm doing fine. Now tell the folks who you represent. Now, who qualifies for this? And I mean, it's got to be low income. I'm not low income, but I am income. Mhm. Yeah, which makes, yeah. Now, when we say low, are we talking about more houses that go anywhere in 150,000 to 200,000 dollars? Mm-hmm. Okay, right. Okay. Is there a certain number of occupants that can live in these houses? Because if I was at home, that's not like 8 kids or anything. Is there a limit on how many dependents you can have in order to? Mhm. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah. All right. Good. Tell me. I'm ready. No, no, I have not. No. Yeah, yeah. On that list of important people there, my name wasn't on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I just want to make sure I get an understanding here. When you use the word restore, is this a place where they can come and get to get what about the person's life? Stuff in the house or fans or what do you guys have? Okay, 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 okay. Mhm. Okay. Now, where's it at? Yeah, where's it at? Okay. Give me a landmark. A landmark. Is that where Old Calhoun used to be? You know, right, right. Okay, 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 okay. Good, good. But ever, we were back in the years, and I know all kinds of anyway, from 226 East Boulevard. So it sounds like to me this is the place. Yeah, this 2266, right? Okay. Sounds like to me this is a place if you want to paint, if you want to touch up the house, if you want to find some things you need to the area, you don't have a lot of money to go around to people who have brand new furniture, but you get some furniture that feels brand new, things of that nature. So it's kind of we're just starting out. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So how come I just not hearing about you? Okay. Okay. Yeah, but that's not like a place of, and old folks, just, we are starting over, the Democrats and took all our money. So we need to, I ain't gonna bring you into politics. I am old, but I feel good. So that's all good. And it's at 2266 East South Boulevard. Okay. Hmm. Okay. 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 Now, I would assume that this process, by which these people who get these homes are participating is held, and I imagine is there an application online that has to be filled out or in person? And how many do you guys try to do a year? Okay. Right. Okay. One other thing, somebody can ask you that, do you try to keep these homes at a certain price level, or does it just strictly depend on, now, nice homes are great, as long as I can afford it. So what's the price? I know you can't give me specifically prices, but give me a roundabout, a roundabout charge for these homes. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. It sounds good. I guess this may sound like a dumb question, but it seems to me, well, there are some. Okay. Well, there are some. That'd just be nice, but there are some dumb questions. I mean, like, see a woman with a big stomach, are you pregnant? I mean, that's dumb. I yeah, you're pregnant. Yeah. Well, you hit yourself in the. Okay, there. Uh, the question I got, it seems we, all across this country, we are hearing about homeless people here, homeless people there. Well, some people don't want a home, but most people want to have to be able to have a place to live. With all the money we give in Ukraine and everybody else, it seems like to me that you guys, we could have low income children and have for humanity to, well, a lot of these homes. Why so little? Why so few? You know? Ooh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. 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 That sounds good. Okay, so the event this week, what day of this week is this weekend, right? Or what, okay. Well, you make that. Yes, make sure that you call it, that's what we do. Just remind us. You got the number. Just remind us to come out. Because this is something it's worthy of supporting. Oh, listen, I thought Jimmy Carter started having that. You get that? Okay. Oh, okay, okay. I thought, yes, right. Okay, okay. I thought you complained. Yeah. Right. Okay, yeah, okay. Kind of like Prattville and Montgomery. Yeah, yeah. I feel you know. Okay, okay. All right. Well, I was thinking, give the book your name again, because I knew the guy that evidently you had to be here alone because I was talking to somebody about getting them on the air, and I never had a chance to talk to him. So I'm glad you were there. And again, if you can lend a hand, whatever, beg for some money for you, whatever the case may be, use my use my undying influence. You know, let, let, okay, let's not take it too far. But I'll come out. I'll come out. That is great. Good. Anyway, so tell folks who you are one more time where they can find you. Okay. And don't forget the ones who let you on the record, please. You just- Thank you. Susan, I appreciate the work you guys are doing. I may need one of them houses once, so we'll talk. We'll be back. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay, it is 9:33 in the morning. Interesting guest this morning on Habitat for Humanity along with the Red Cross. Yes, I like to bring energy to the information is what it's all about. If you have information, you are empowered. And nobody's really answered my question, why is it that Montgomery in most urban schools in America seem to have more problems where rural schools don't seem to have as many problems as we do. Now I know they got problems, but anything with a bunch of people go up any place, you're gonna have some problems. But it does seem, and I know why it is. I do know why it is, and I'm not gonna say it, at least not at the moment. I'm just cognizant of that. But think about it for a second. Every movie that we see that talks about a school that is in disrepair, dysfunctional, is always Latino or black. On TV, they're all the same. So why is it? Why is that? Why are we portraying that way? That, of course, I wasn't making it a lot of times in shot at you. But we're trying to catch up now. Here. But anyway, so why is that? There's a simple reason behind that. Why we keep having these conversations about Montgomery Public School. But we're not talking about all of Montgomery Public School. We're only talking about the traditional public school. We're not talking about we're not talking about the lamp, we're not talking about the magnets, we're not talking about I'm not going to go to it is a impact. We're not talking about those. So why is it that the continuous conversation about behavior, about academic excellence, why is it that we always seem to have conversations about these traditional public schools? You see, I know the answer. Now, one of these days, somebody's going to look in the mirror and say, I got to be honest about this. But this is why we have the problem. We don't have these problems at the Forest Avenue. None of the magnet schools. We don't have this conversation. Oh, they got problems like anybody else. But we don't have to have these outlandish conversations, continuous conversations about behavior. We don't have to have that. Why? Come on. Somebody knows the answer. Good morning. Explain. Go ahead. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yeah, yeah. I can't go through the whole thing right now, but I hear what you're saying. I got you. Mm. Got it. I got it right. Yeah, yeah. Right on. Appreciate it. We'll get back.
Weather forecast.
No more heavy rain. 64 the overnight low tonight, still breezy, comfortably cool. Mid 80s around for Saturday with a drop in humidity, sunshine is steady, included. Dry, sunny, and comfortable on Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm going to have meteorologist John Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. No major problems or accidents being reported. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. We'll keep you posted. Great shopping is at Premier Place. Premier Place in Friday. It was great. It's the law. Every Skywatch traffic, this is major delay.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is it can be a major $1,000
Being here with Miss Brown's in problem. We got the Browns. We got the Browns. We got roller shades, bandage shades, shades, and solar shades. We always got all the latest and greatest in the shades. You have to do it. This one, especially
Quit smoking. I talked to my doctors and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track. Staying away from alcohol when I was first. Smoke free. I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do and what?
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit. I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up when life got hard, her strength would pull us through. Even after her heart failure diagnosis, she remained stronger than ever.
My family's support keeps me strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
It is 9:45 this morning, just in case you wanted to know what time it is. Let me go back to the tone. All is not well in Springfield, Ohio. I'll just tell you that much. Good morning. No, I have not. No, I have not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely is leadership. Absolutely. The question is though. The question is, where did it? I put it to this way: is there a different definition of leadership in the black world and the white world? Is there a different interpretation to what it is? That's, okay. Yeah, next week. Wait a minute. Are you telling me? Wait a minute. I just learned something. You mean we don't have one 911 center that covers everybody? But how do you know you calling the sheriff when you calling 911? Huh. I didn't know that. A lot of things I don't know though. Okay. Oh, yeah, well, let me. Okay. Yeah. Well, I believe it. Always has been and always will be leadership. But Yeah. Well, there certainly seems to be some philosophical differences in leadership in rural America as opposed to urban America. There seems to be some different applications of it. Mm. Well, that's it. That's an interesting. Well, that's one thing about getting federal. If it comes down for a specific thing, I guess you can't use it for anything else. I don't know. Uh, hey, appreciate it. Yeah, that federal money is a quagmire. Anyway, so I guess we figured it out. There's a difference in leadership, style, philosophy, and applications in rural America than it is in urban America. Okay, so that must be it. That's the only thing I can think. Most of us have the same kind of brain, logic and reason. Whether you want to get rid of it or not, it is always there. So it is just the application. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is the correct application of knowledge. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, and evidently that knowledge thing we trying to disperse out there is not being wisely used. Okay, good morning. Why do you have such a hard on for Whitewater? Okay, okay. Well, I'm sure he's listening. He can right there. I don't know why, guys. I wish one of these days you'd call and say something good about somebody, anybody. Just always. Yeah, I don't have any heartburn with Whitewater. I don't. We need something to bring people to this town about except regurgitating, rehashing the past of years and years ago. Yeah, back in the day, white folks were very mean people. Okay, matter of fact, they were SOBs. Okay, back in the day, the way we treated our black folks. Absolutely. Do we have the same mentality today? I don't believe so. Okay, I really don't. Good morning. You must have heard your name. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think he has an anatomy problem. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he beats Don. Yeah, I think he beats Don. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. But if he don't want to stay, but if he doesn't want to stay, why we want him? Okay. Well, maybe you can answer the question that I've asked this morning. Then why do you believe that Montgomery school system has all the problems that we seem to have administratively when the school systems around us, at least from where I sit, don't seem to have the same problems, and we only have the problems for the most part in our traditional schools with people complaining because that public-private school we got called magnet school system, they don't have a problem that everybody else has. Matter of fact, I'm pretty impressed by some of the things that come out of these schools from some of these kids. I'm impressed, overwhelmingly impressed with their ability to use logic and reason and hold conversation together and their knowledge base, because I talk to them all the time. So why is it that we have such a big problem with our traditional schools and the people who have to represent those traditional schools? Who didn't have any public kids in regular public school? Yes, it does. I got one in there. Yes, it does. No, no, not the superintendent, but it's the people who live here are the stakeholders, and we ought to have something to say about it. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Well, I'm running out of time. I'm okay, but let me ask you the one thing. When is the last time you heard Brown or anybody else mention the word discipline? That's right, they don't. We don't. And without discipline, nothing else matters. Exactly. And the magnet schools are successful because they don't put up with the nonsense. Stop making excuses for the kids. Stop making excuses for the kids. I gotta go. My time. We held this conversation later. I gotta go. Time's up. Hey, I'll be gone till Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday, but we'll talk more then. Again, discipline is the key to everything. Again, tell me when's the last time Mr. Melvin Brown has been on TV or the school board meeting and mentioned the word discipline. Okay, tell me. If you can find that, I'll shut up about him and fight for him to stay. Find me anything at a school board meeting where he's mentioned the word discipline. Have a good weekend.
USFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with emergency declaration for Alabama authorizing federal disaster assistance in response to Hurricane Helene. Helene made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane in Florida and is now heading across Georgia. Several school systems in our area will be closed again today because of the storm. The Montgomery Public Schools drama continues. The Montgomery Chamber of Commerce and commissioners and more all calling for the state to take over MPS schools again. This comes after MPS Superintendent Dr. Melvin Brown announced he was resigning, citing